I did a live stream on the Hockey Channel today, and I said I was going to do a video tonight. It's baseball, so it's going on the Entertainment Guy. Sorry to people on the Hockey Channel. I guess I could post this on the community page for the Hockey Channel, so people can say, oh, he's talking about baseball. Well, yeah. See, we don't know when hockey's coming back, so why not talk about baseball? So today, Braves and Dodgers, Astros and Rays, and interesting series, aren't they? So we have a World Series team known and a second we don't know. Now, in the first inning of the Dodgers-Braves game, it's 2 home runs for the Dodgers, and this was during a live stream I was doing on the Hockey Guy channel. Then there's bases loaded, nobody out in the second inning for the Braves, and that was a storyline for the Braves today, where they kept leaving guys on base, and they could not take advantage of the openings that were presented by the Dodgers. The other side of this was that after the 2 home runs and the 3 runs in the first inning, things really settled down. They really settled down for Fried after that. No runs allowed at all the rest of the game by the Braves. In the 4th inning, it's 2 left on base by the Braves. And keep in mind, they were ahead 3-2. This was a game they had to win. And yeah, then we get 2 LA errors made in the 6th inning, although one of them was taken back. So they took one back because it was a play that technically the error didn't really make a difference. So it ends up being 1 error. But again, this is they're not taking advantage of the errors. There was a base running error by the Braves in this where the ball comes out and you're supposed to just keep playing and don't give up. And he rounds the base and it's whatever. And of course, when he got back to the dugout, it would have been, the ball came out there. So this is one of those things that you have to be aware of. And from coming from a hockey perspective, it reminded me of play to the whistle. So there's nothing more frustrating to me than a base runner, and I understand it, but there's nothing more frustrating to me than a base runner who's running to first kind of half-assed. Like, well, I'm going to get thrown out, so no point gassing myself. It is very frustrating because there are situations where a ball gets thrown away. There are situations where a guy gets pulled off the bag. There are situations where maybe the guy throwing the ball is a little bit slow. And don't let up. Don't make it so it's easier for them. And you see some of that even at major league levels, and it's frustrating. So in the 7th inning, the Braves finally get a run. Could not get more than that. So the Dodgers end up holding on to this game, and they win it 3-1. The Dodgers will play Game 7 tomorrow against the Braves. Now, I suggested to my lovely wife, I said, since they forced a Game 7, we could do a live stream tomorrow on the Entertainment Guy, and her answer was no. So I may just run one myself. I haven't decided yet, but that's going to be fascinating, and I'm going to watch that because, again, unlike a lot of the other games in this series, this was close. And honestly, just the 2 home runs in the first inning, the Dodgers get that power, and after that, the Braves had really good pitching throughout. And this is when I like baseball. I like baseball when the pitchers are playing really, really well. And so both games today made me kind of happy. Now, in the second game of the day, which is Houston against the Devil Rays, well, the Rays make it 2-0 early in the first and 3-0 in the second. And you get the feeling that the Astros magic might be done. The funny thing, though? I never relaxed. At no point in this game did I think, well, the Astros are done now. So 3rd inning, 4th inning, nothing happening. In fact, they only had 1 hit through 4 innings. This was a great performance by Charlie Morton. And if you're a Rays fan, you may not be happy about when Morton came out. So it's 13 outs in a row through 5 innings. 13 in a row. He's making it look easy. Not throwing a ton of pitches in these innings either. And getting some strikeouts. He had 5 strikeouts through that first 5 innings. So, meanwhile, the Rays not adding to it. So, McCullers ends up getting taken out at 75 pitches, 3 2/3 in. And I thought, well, we'll see how this goes for him and for them. But, again, the Rays not able to really make any hay out of that until we get to the 6th inning where they added a run. And honestly, I thought Houston was kind of lucky it was just 1 run. But at the same time watching this, I was like, okay, so they get the insurance run, which when it's 3-0, you wouldn't think too much about the insurance runs, but Houston never gives up. It's in Houston's blood. They just don't give up. So we get through 7 innings, and everything looks like it's going the way of Tampa Bay. Houston stranding runners here and there. And you thought, well, is that going to come back to haunt them? Because, again, they weren't getting any chances at all. When Morton was in there, he came out at 5 2/3. He'd only allowed 1 hit, had 6 strikeouts, 1 earned run. And first and third, as he exits for the Astros. So I'm not sure why I just had the 1 earned run, because he had no earned runs against him. So, in fact, knew I was looking for something here. So Charlie Morton joined John Smoltz from 1991, one of my favorite pitchers, as the only pitchers ever with multiple career starts of 5+ scoreless innings in a Game 7. So there's a little trivia, and I knew there was something I was missing with the Morton scoreline. So 0 earned runs, and they were on first and third as he exited. And this is where inherited runs really weren't a problem for the Devil Rays / Rays. I still think of them as Devil Rays. Anyway, because at one point in this game, and this is right about here, they had on the TV that of 29 inherited runs, 29 inherited runners, only 2 of them had crossed the plate through that point in the 7-game series. So for Houston, they're going to look back on all these opportunities they had to really win this. And not just in Game 7, but in the first 3 games as well. So we get into the 8th inning, and this is where I thought, and again, right, you're down to 6 outs. You're like, all right, they're down to 6 outs. Really, they're ahead 4-0. This should be easy. Should be. They're the Rays. They had the best record in the American League, but Correa, 2 RBI hit with 2 outs. And as soon as that went in, I started thinking, okay, this is turning against Tampa. But to their credit, they get out of it. So the Rays end up hitting into a double play with 1 out. And then we go to the 9th inning. And in the 9th inning, Fairbanks is in. He had come in the 8th. They left him out there to pitch in the 9th. There was some concern that the Rays bullpen just didn't have any arms left. So if this had gone much further, the Rays would have just run out of arms. But Fairbanks ends up with, he was throwing at 99 miles per hour too, so pretty strong pitching from him. Tying run comes up to the plate with 1 out. Didn't happen. So despite what I'm sure for Devil Ray fans was a nervous moment here and there, they hold on. They win at 4-2. They don't need to bat in the 9th, the same as the Dodgers. Tampa Bay is going to the World Series. So yeah, the save by Fairbanks. The Astros are out. I had to put that on the board, and it is the first World Series for the Tampa Bay Rays since 2008. So for fans who are thinking, so could the Rays join the Lightning as champions this year? Yes. Yes, they could. And the winner of the Dodgers and the Braves is going to be just as tired as the Rays are right now. This has been a fantastic playoff for baseball fans. No days off between games. Really, really rough on the pitchers. But considering how rough this has been on the pitchers, 6 runs in this game and 4 in this one, that's a pretty startling amount of runs, considering, again, just the fact these pitchers are under a lot of pressure, and especially for relievers, they're being used a lot. So kudos to them. Kudos to the Rays. Congratulations to them. And I will say this for the Houston Astros. They showed throughout these playoffs, they don't give up. And there's a lot of fight in them, and they almost did it. Very, very close. If they had tied that game in the 9th, if this had gone to extra innings, I think the Astros probably win it. But Tampa Bay holds on, and they are moving on to the World Series. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.